That's where I saw Jimmy when I came here in 1954.
Right, and he was a preacher and he ran services underneath the big tree, gum tree down there.
Ah, right.
And it's still there, and all the trouble in the first place for religion in the town. There were no churches. Well, Mr. Gray had his shop next door, and he was a specialist store. He didn't just go for minor stuff, picks and shovels and pan and dishes and clothing, boots. Groceries.
He sold the groceries.
And
I think
novelties and stuff.
he made a lot more money out of that than he did out of the gold, didn't he?
Probably.
Yeah.
Although he was well into the gold too.
Yeah, he was.
There's a few holes around the place.
Yeah, he came from America in 1852, from the Californian gold rush.
Right.
So I think the Wedderburn gold rush started about 52, didn't it?
Right on. You're right on. You know your history.
Well, as I said, my memory is...
Well, I'd like to scratch your head hard and give me the name of that apiarist, that bee name. He's one that we haven't got.
He had a son who was a little cricket player. You'll pardon the language.
You can turn that heater around towards you.
Oh, that's all right, I'll do it.
Good day. Thank you.
Now, what's his name? Billy. Anyhow, this kid was a rough sort of character. He was only about 5 or 6. He used to take his dick out and walk up in between the rows of desks to show all the girls his equipment. Yeah, and one day in the play yard he pulled it out and had a pee in the play yard, and I got quite furious and pushed him. And I remember that night his father yelled across the top of the beehives to my mother, "Hey, Mrs. Your son pushed my boy this morning." She was horrified that I was involved with him because he was a pretty rough character. But my sister would remember his name. I'm sure she would. She's 90, but she's got a very good memory.
Very good. Very good. And what's her Christian name?
Marjorie. All the Greys were M's.
So I'm making notes of these. I love this sort of information.
Yeah, well, the Killies had Miliaga. He was the 5th child and a boy. The other 4 girls, I've forgotten their names, but they're all Greek names, like Daedalus was one.
One of them got his name and transferred onto my mother's side, the Turnbulls, Miliaga Turnbull.
Turnbull, yeah, well, Turnbull is a name I remember.
Yeah, that's my mother's side. They had the Corridale sheep farm out there, Richmond Plains.
Any Turnbulls left in Wedderburn?
Yes.
Well.
Graham Turnbull's still on the original Robert Turnbull block, which was chosen about 1890.
Right.
And he's a first cousin. He's the only one with the name Turnbull in town that I can think. Oh no, there's another family down here, slightly related. But Miliaga, his father was a brother to this Robert Turnbull I'm talking about. And he moved out to Cromvale and got 320 acres. They were always 320 acres.
Yeah,
first allotment for 320 acres.
Half a square mile.
Right.
Yeah.
So he moved out there and he started having boys, and all of a sudden one of them got a Greek name. Well, there is a link up there somewhere, because a son of his, Robert Gray Turnbull, his name. He was given the Gray name as one of his Christian names. And so this other lad, he got Miliaga as his first Christian name. And he turned out to be a terrific trumpet player, dance bands. Now his brother, Christian countries in a short name like Ron Ray, sort of thing. His sons are still here, living in Albert Jacka, the Albert Jacka family.
Oh, yes,
well, they
yes,
had a house
yes.
down in New Bowl Street.
The Jackal was the first VC.
Yes.
Yeah.
And their little cottage down there, this chap Turnbull bought it, got the land, when the Jackals moved, up to another house. And he's incorporated that little Jackal cottage in the house he's got there, and uses this as a store shed. He's a separate drum kits, because his other brother Turnbull was a musician. He played drums. And Melly O'Gore was the trumpet player, the other bloke was the drummer. Yeah, so that's the only Turnbulls left, and Graham is of the Walter Turnbull. Walter was Robert and James Turnbull's brother, and Walter Turnbull came out with Jim Somerville from Scotland, and they grabbed the Glasgow Hill gold mine, and they started. And for 20 years they left their families at home in Scotland, Greenock, and halfway between Greenock and the other place we get. Anyway, it's named Woodhall, in Greenock, and they named this property out here Woodhall. And so he and Jim Somerville grabbed the offer of 320 acres. It's a pretty good repayment rate.
Yeah.
And so they threw up the gold mining, and Walter started the dairy. There was no milking cows in the district, so he started up a dairy, the first dairy in the town, with these 320. But he started having more kids.
But they had them in those days, didn't they?
Oh, that's all they had, no television.
And no contraceptives.
320 got too little, so he went out to Richmond Plains and started this Corridor stud. Because Corridor was half merino, half English, and the Scots were going for it in a big way, so he decided he would be the first Scottish sheep breeder out here. And this Corridor stud's still there. This Graham Turnbull's still hanging on to the Corridor breed, shows them and sells them as full-blooded Corridors. And the old Turnbull, my mother's parents' farm, is still in the hands of a Turnbull, but she, the married girl, she's now the wife of a veterinarian, a professor in veterinary in Chapman down near Lisbon. He's a fellow of the veterinarian college down there. Anyway, she still owns it, and she runs a little black-faced Dorset Downs.
Oh, yeah.
Thoroughbred, which her father started. So that's the only Turnbulls left in the town now.
Yes. And the McHughes.
And McHughes, yes, Doug McHugh and his wife are still here, and son's a school teacher. Now he's given up school teaching and taken on his father's farm out here at the Waterhole Flat.
Well, how old would Doug be?
Same age as me, 88.
Yeah. Well,
88 next month, actually.
Might have been
next month.
His birthday party I went to, the McHughes lived in High Street opposite our house, and I was invited to a birthday party, and they served up jelly and something else, and apricots or something. And I took one look and tipped it under the table. I can still remember
Well,
that.
now tell me, where was this house of yours, opposite the McHughes?
Well, in my memory, it's down that way.
Yeah.
And there was a sort of museum on the corner the last time I was through, and then there was a fairly wide road going down to the flat to the creek, and then the beekeeper's house, the beekeeper's paddock where he kept his hives, and then our house. Can you visualise that?
This is the Chapel Street was down where Donaldson Park now is. The old flat where all the mines were, and the creek wandered through it. That all got tidied up, and they put a sporting complex on.
All right.
Dick Donald named after Dick Donaldson.
Is the salt still...
The salt lake has been filled in.
Has it?
The salt dam has been filled in.
But we used to swim in. Well, I was too young to swim, but my sisters used to swim in.
So we've got the Donaldson Football Park and trotting track.
Yeah.
And bowling green, grass tennis court.
Oh, good.
Basketball, all down in one spot.
Wedderburn's grown up from when I lived here.
Right. Oh, I'd love to know exactly where they are.